Okay, let's wait for a few minutes. The tablet froze and we got disconnected.
I feel like this has been really productive and we're sharing a lot of really just crucial training information again for free with these people.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
it's not the same with educating and they are not gonna go and practice what we doing. Yeah, hi. I don't know what
yeah,
happened. I don't know. It's actually you're connected and it's not showing.
yeah. We're back.
We're back. So sorry. Something happened with the tablet. Let's wait for a few more seconds until the people come and we can keep going.
So I was talking about the Wing Chun. I'm just going to start picking up where I was. I don't really know much about Wing Chun. I'm a Jeet Kune Do guy, but I have done some Wing Chun, and there's some things there that are valuable. There are things that you can take tools from just about anywhere. But the thing is, that it's the way that they train. It's very limiting. You know, they stand square in front of each other and they do this chi sao. Now, the way I was taught is completely different. It's not relaxed. There's forward pressure going on there. There's active trapping and grappling going on there. And I cross train in Filipino martial arts and other stuff. So I do more or less what the Filipinos would call a pangamut blend. Well, you can do long range. You can do long range
Yeah.
with anything, really. You know, a punch is a punch, a kick is a kick. You know, a takedown is a takedown. A fight is a fucking fight. It's all the same to me at this point.
Yeah, it's just different expressions and
Now, I personally I like doing like a Nexus blend of like a pangamut, and I combine all kinds of different energy drills from push hands, sabat,
that spins Mike's blocking.
Mike.
Mike Tyson.
I love Mike Tyson, and I like Jack Dempsey a lot too.
Hmm. Also, I want to say um, what you were
I
telling me
really like Mike Tyson a lot.
when I was sparring today with the guys that I was switching from styles because you have to
I
adjust.
saw a few new looks from Sergio today that I hadn't seen when him and I were sparring.
90% of the things I do or more.
Wing Chun is great for self defense. I would disagree with that. I would say that any style is not necessarily good for self defense.
Unless
I
Aikido.
well let me. I think that really what you have to do is you have to train yourself combatively to perform in an artistic fashion. And you know, a punch is a punch, a kick is a kick. You know, if you get stuck in that whole dogmatic way of thinking, you know, when you come up against these different looks, these different people, they don't give a shit about any of that. They're just trying to take your fucking head off. And you know, that's really what it is. You know, be yourself. Stand on your own 2 feet. You
Hmm.
know.
And do your own thing. I was telling Nick before we went to American Top Team today. I was telling him, hey Nick, I know that it has some rules. There's many things that you cannot do. But example, if he throws a side kick and he connected with the knee.
Yeah, yeah. It comes down to the individual.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, hey, look, luck is a part of it too. And the bottom line is, martial arts gives you an added, decided advantage over somebody. Everything that is external is good for fighting. No one art dominates all arts. Well, what about the internal element? You know, what about some of the internal aspects?
What about the spirit of the water, the desire to thrive? You have to think about that
When should you throw the first punch?
to test the distance. That's the way
Are
I
we
see it.
talking about a sports situation or a self defense situation? Because if it's a self defense situation, I'm not throwing a punch. I'm throwing a fucking eye jab right in your eyes, straight up, and then I'm gonna punch you in the face. I'm gonna lead with speed, and then I'm gonna blast you with power.
And
Street
that
fight, I'm poking you right in the fucking eyes, maybe thumbing your eye, grabbing your throat, gouging your eye. We're talking violence. We're not talking about
sport.
no.
And usually that's done in preemptive striking when you see that
I
the
would
guy
say as soon as somebody starts using foul language with me, regardless if I feel offended or not, if I think they're going to become violent and they try to violate my space, um, yeah, if I'm
shooter, the shooter. You remember? That's a funny story. I will tell you that.
well, look, if I feel like this person's going to become violent, then I'm gonna get violent, like real violent. Um,
Now,
if they've already like pushed me, that's an offense in my personal space. I'm gonna violently aggress that person.
Sorry.
if you're a bouncer. Oh, we talked about that too. Why the fuck would you want to be a bouncer? Like, who does that? Why would you want to be around a bunch of silly
Why?
retards drinking in a club that they don't own?
Go to
Number one,
school, go to
like,
school, get a better job. I don't know, man. You are putting your life in risk.
it's not worth it. I did it for years, guys. There's very little money involved. You know, you're surrounded by a bunch of drunk retards smoking cigarettes, blowing smoke in your face, doing drugs, and God knows whatever else. It's not worth your time.
You are protecting people. For that's the police. That's what he says. You're protecting people. You're supposed
Yeah, that's their job. That's why I pay taxes.
That's
And,
what
and even then, they show up 30 minutes
I mean,
late.
do
but,
whatever you want. It's an honest job, but I think the risk is way too great. That's
I know somebody that does it right now. And you know what? Like when he suits up, it's like he's going to a war. Internal.
Mm-hmm. You want so?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
fine. We can talk. That's fine.
Yeah, go.
I don't know. I mean, this whole thing with being a bouncer, I got to see a lot of free concerts.
Sure.
Should you run when you shut down? Yeah, absolutely. And more, you have a moral and a legal obligation. If you knock somebody down, or you knock them out, or they're incapacitated, you have a moral and a legal obligation to flee. But keep in mind, there's witnesses everywhere.
Cameras, cell phone.
Everybody's got a cell phone. There's cameras everywhere. And the fact that you know martial arts, and him and I, we're public figures now at this point. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Well, I want to say something.
I'll say this. Most of my fights on the street have come down to a poke to the eyes and a punch to the face, maybe a kick to the groin, then a kick to the knee, maybe a kick to the knee and then a poke to the eyes, maybe two or three punches to the face. That's the majority of your street fights are going to be over in like 10 to 13 seconds.
There is risk of friends coming at the aid of the person you're fighting. He could have a knife. He could be in drugs.
Yeah, it's just not even worth it.
I don't even know.
If somebody pulls a knife on me, I'm running the fuck out of there, like straight up.
It's ugly.
If I have to, I'm going to try to put. If I can't get away, I'm going to try to put a shoe on my hand. Martial arts, yeah. Yeah, you know what it's called? It's called it's called aggravated assault, and it carries a 5 to 10 in most states.
Well, reality is, and I can demonstrate.
There's a fine line.
No. What I want to say now, listen to this, and we've been talking in several occasions. Reality is, we train, we jump rope, we run. We are somehow more conditioned than the average Joe.
And that's what I was telling you. Is you see, he doesn't realize it, but he's 3 times stronger than the average individual walking down the street. Yeah, underlining reality. That's exactly it.
That's gonna look very bad in a court of law when they see that you have some martial art trainings and you fought with somebody. Because example I wanted to mention, if I kick Nick on the leg, or if he kick me, we have some small chances to take the shot and keep moving. But the regular person who is not used to it,
dear God,
they're gonna have a shock in the brain,
You don't
a
even
trauma.
know.
They're gonna be like,
I had a friend of mine who Thai kicked a motherfucker in a Wawa parking lot. That just the guy would not back off. He's got his son with him. He's trying to tell the guy, hey, listen, man, just chill out, blah 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 blah. One leg kick, guy's down, broken leg. End of fight.
even if you don't break the leg, the pain.
It's
different.
excruciating.
It's different.
I fought a guy one time, and he kicked me in the leg 21 consecutive times before I knocked him out in the first round. And I could not walk for like 3 or 4 weeks after that. It's just people they don't know. If you haven't been there, you don't know. That's why I would say, getting back to what we first talked about, like these guys, get a legit black belt. Learn one thing at a time. If you don't have street or ring experience, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You have no right to bitch. You can ask questions though. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I sparred with this one boxer back in 2010, and this guy turned me into Chinese spare ribs. And my whole side here, he kept hitting me with gravedigger shots like this, like up underneath my guard. And as a result of that, I actually modified my guard. And he was a southpaw from Philadelphia. Philadelphia is known for boxers. We incorporated Philly shell roll, martial arts. Yeah, there's no gloves, but yeah, that's obvious.
And look this.
There's
Look,
no rules either.
also, I look the color of my knuckles. I'm white. I mean, I'm Latin, but I'm very white, skin white. So I'm almost as white as Nick. And Nick is what is the word in English for their hair color? What is it called?
Pelirrojo.
Pelirrojo. No, that's Spanish. You're confusing me. They have a word. Come and
It's
say
orange. It's red.
it. Yeah.
It's red hair.
So look this the color of the knuckles.
52 blocks. What do you think about 52 blocks, Sergio?
Have you seen it?
I've seen it.
You want to see a video of 52 blocks?
I know a
You
little
have
bit
it?
about it.
You know, well, I need to spar with them before I make a judgment because what we were saying sometimes in the camera it takes away or sometimes it puts more. Like example,
Well, the big flowing motions are going to look better on film. That's how they film it for Hollywood. 52 blocks is a myth.
he's asking me if I would ever fight for the UFC. Okay, I have two MMA fights. I showed him the glove. You remember the glove I showed you in the back here?
Do I believe Wing Chun was created by a woman? No, not at all. I think what it is it's a long arm style that was modified that probably originally took 10 to 18 years and they needed people ready for now. I think it was a mixed martial art. I think all those things are mixed martial arts. Lyle Burley. You know what? A lot of my students are black people where I'm from. I'm like a white. I stick out like a sore thumb in fucking training, guys. And
Let me.
and a lot of these guys, they're like, hey, have you heard of this Lyle Burley guy? And they keep asking me that. And
Let's watch it. Let's watch it really quick.
I've seen some of his videos.
You have? I have. I don't recall. So how do I put it?
I guess just type in 52 blocks. Stick to what works for you. Yeah, exactly. Hold on here, it's fucking up again.
Okay, in regards to the UFC, it's not easy.
Look, it's frozen again.
Guys.
Skull and crossbones. That's actually a kung fu technique.
Can you guys hear us?
Hey, can you guys hear us?
Can you guys hear us at least? I don't know if they can hear us.
No, you okay? Yeah. Okay.
But
great.
can you see us moving or no?
Can you guys see us? Is there a visual? Te escuchamos. Yeah. Okay, we can hear you. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Do you want us to? Okay. Should we cut the video and redo it again? Okay, it's what we're watching here with the tablet.
Sin movimiento.
Yeah, it's frozen. So let's cut this feed. Okay, it's moving it up.
Oh, okay. Here we are. All right, we're frozen in time. Yes.
Yeah.
The skull and crossbones. That's a kung fu technique, guys. Dirty boxing with Wing Chun. But well, hold on. What is your definition of dirty boxing? Is that kung fu? Is that Panantukuan? What is your opinion on that? You know, what do you know about that?
I'm here. 52 blocks. Let's have a reaction.
I've seen some of his stuff before
I haven't.
with that Dominic Jizzo fuck. Punch a guy in the throat? Yes, I would.
Is that the guy you guys are talking?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, I've seen his videos before.
Okay, let's watch something. Hold on. I want to see some training. Hold on, guys.
The system itself is the culture of the system, and the culture of black people is we are the ones that came in with the saying, hit and don't be hit, stick and move.
Okay, crossbones. Okay.
I-
Show what it's trying to do,
Okay.
how it intercepts the punches,
This is the video.
returns the defense and the offense, because we're talking about the defense. That's what 52 is about. Yeah, so what we're
Defense,
looking at
huh?
is the first block.
Okay, let's watch it.
It's a hybrid of Sabat de Apache. Yeah, that's a real Sabat. Wing Chun. I think it's very rare to find real Wing Chun.
Let's watch.
Jailhouse Rock.
I think they copy off Kung Fu. That's what I think.
He's throwing a jab. Most people won't throw a jab in the street, but okay.
And to start, that's not like that.
What is this guy doing? Wait a minute, what is this guy doing?
He said that the guy's gonna throw a jab.
What was the first thing he did there? I missed it.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of my students, they watch this shit and they come back in there asking me about this shit. You know,
I don't know. I really have to watch it. Look.
that's not gonna break their wrist. That's, no,
Gonna redirect it a
No.
little bit.
no. That's not gonna do shit.
And the hand is not gonna stay like that extended. None of the guys who
No.
start today will.
No, that's not gonna break a wrist. He's gonna lose contact there. That hand's gonna ricochet right off. And you're simply encouraging the guy to spin around and punch.
That's not happening. I'm sorry.
No. He doesn't have the contact, he doesn't have the control. Now he's pinning the arm. See, again, it's one of these things you can't see. He's bashing karate and other styles. Yeah, because he doesn't understand. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Okay, let me do something. Since I'm always
Look,
putting.
look, just put your hand out there for a sec. Let me show these people. This here, that's gonna continue that. That's not gonna do shit. If I wanna bust his arm, I'm coming here.
You have to
I'm
strike
coming
it.
here. I'm coming here where it's thin. I wanna blow that shit out. I'm not gonna try to continue it. Like if I go like that, it's gonna continue.
That's a pack. That's a slap.
I'm not doing that. I wanna come here. I wanna guide that right in there and shave parry.
So hold on one second.
You're not gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be.
He won't. That's not a hook. You saw the hook. You saw the hook. Look, watch it.
You can't. Can't's a four-letter word. That's
Look. That's not a hook.
No, it's not. That's like.
That's like a big slap from the street.
Okay, all right,
Right,
Jim.
Samir.
All right, there you go.
If this guy knows some jiu-jitsu, we'll get the hand straight. We'll put him on the.
Yeah, but look what happened. It kept bouncing off, just like I said. Centrifugal force.
The punch that made Mother Dear famous, which was the catch and kiss. Now, a lot of people that do punches.
Hey, whatever gets you to train.
Haymaker wild style punches. And this is what made Mother Dear so famous at catching punches. Because a lot of people we dealt with really didn't know how to punch. So,
Yeah, neither am I.
No, so far
Yeah,
based
right.
on what I am.
off the jab. So he shoots the jab.
Yeah, oh, okay, all right.
That's not a jab. Wait 1 second. That's not a jab. Not in a million years. That's in
Yo, yo,
karate.
yo, yo, yo!
Hey, Frank.
Hey, buddy.
That's, yeah, I know, but so far, it doesn't look legit because that's not a jab. That's a Norizuki from karate. That's not a jab. A
It's
jab
all-
goes like fast. It switch, it corks. That's not a
The
jab.
jab? Ah, shit. We froze up again.
Okay, you guys,
All right, just bear with us, guys.
just if you keep listening, let us know.
I'll tell you what, the stuff that I've seen, it's all about destruction. That's the shit that I like. I don't. It's like it's like he's doing boxing, yeah, but it's like it's different.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
tell you what, I saw this one guy on the streets in North Philly. This guy, his name was Speedy. Now this guy was a bad motherfucker. He was a small guy too. He had praying mantis. He had drunken tiger claw. This guy was fucking.
Yeah, we know that the video
Yeah,
froze,
we know.
but we want to stay for a few seconds to see if it goes back again to get,
New York City sometimes will take a bite out of you. You know.
Just wait for a few seconds, okay?
Sure.
I am like with the hand standing. Well,
Oh, okay, there we go. Boom.
if you base a whole system in attacks that are not in the real world, then the system will never work.
Right.
Because
Right.
he's basing his whole defenses on a strike that doesn't work.
I like this. I like entering in with an eye jab and a punch, grabbing a motherfucker by his throat with two hands and dragging him back on a 45,
You are too
slamming his
violent.
fucking head in the ground.
You should practice
But I mean,
Shaolin,
like,
though.
that's what works. If you really want to know, that's what fucking works. A 2-on-1 grab, guys. Okay.
No,
Two
you
on
should
one.
you should practice on Shaolin though, brother. With your master Sin 110 Jack Mace, I will calm you down, bro.
George Foreman, do 52 blocks. Huh. Why? Because he did a little Philly shell roll there. It's a common boxing tactic. It's been incorporated into martial arts.
I will really have
You know
to
what
start.
you know what I like? I like I like the peekaboo. I like that a lot. I've applied that to martial arts.
When we started, I did my Philly shell to you, or no?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
Even with
Sergio's
kids.
got a real decent Philly shell. It's unpredictable. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard he can uppercut a guy so hard he can lift him 3 feet off the
You
ground.
want water?
I'll take a bottle of water.
Okay.
Tyson the peekaboo, yeah, and you know what? It works great with the Jeet Kune Do. And I just want to talk about that for a sec. I see a lot of these guys, because he's giving me a bottle of water. I see a lot of these guys are incorporating all this different incongruent bullshit and just completely destroying the nucleus of their structure. You Jeet Kune Do and the Kung Fu people out there, you guys know what I'm talking about. You know, they start adding Aikido, you know, adding Taekwondo, and then they start calling it concepts. And they're like, oh, you know, let's do some Muay Thai, let's do this. Look, I'm not looking at it like that. A punch is a punch. Oh. Yeah, you know why? It's the first thing they teach you in the Corps because it's effective. If you can keep your hands up and you can learn how to throw straight shots, you know, while you're moving with your feet under you, you already have a decided advantage over somebody, even if they're trained. Just having the discipline of keeping your hands up. Yeah, and you know what? I heard Mike Tyson was a huge fan of Jack Dempsey. You guys want to learn how to throw a falling step and a drop step? That's where you want to go. Thanks. It's like dropping a hammer on a motherfucker. Not to mention, there's different ways you can hang punching bags to make them move different ways. Yeah, his uppercuts, his hooks, and you know what? He would follow through with the elbow. You know, a lot of times he was catching people with the elbow. Him and I, we talked about the hook punch. We even did a little, yeah.
We have a video. It's gonna come out like middle of the week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good shit. Because somebody was saying a hook punch on a high line is not as effective as a high kick on a high line. I completely disagree. The leg is 3 times longer, 3 times stronger than any arm. Muay Thai, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Muay Thai is good. They get you in shape fast, and they teach you practical stuff from the moment you walk in there. Same thing with Jiu-Jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu is very good.
Also, the person was talking shit about my kick, saying that it was quick. Remember?
No, it's. But believe me, the videos do him no justice. This guy is a world-class kicker. I've trained all over with countless people, and he's probably one of the hardest kickers. Actually, you know what? Japanese Jiu-Jitsu is good. Brazilian
I like
Jiu-Jitsu is good too. I like them both.
I have to say about Nick, he himself was kind of like afraid of damaging people with the, let's say, Kung Fu technique. And I told him, brother, you could do it, just a little bit lighter. And I got impressed. The guy did amazing limb destruction. He did amazing movement. And you see him in
Well,
just
slow way is the sure way.
you both kick. He's saying, yeah, that's true. Kicks very good.
Well, Sergio, he actually has his own system of low line destructive kicking, which he has shared with me, and it's very, very similar to the Sikaran from the Filipino martial arts that I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've had some damage. Aiki Jiu-Jitsu is some good shit.
Should we demonstrate? Should I explain about the snake kick? Remember?
No.
Right.
We're keeping that for us.
Okay.
Buddha
Okay.
palm.
Okay.
let's talk about that. Those types of palm strikes, they are fully relaxed, full power whip-like strikes through a full range of motion, where you are hitting with exposed parts of your hand. Tai Shin Pekwar,
Don't know what it's that.
that's a monkey style. Yeah, it's brutal. I've seen some people in Ohio that can do it. Actually, some people from your lineage, actually, that I was
Well,
telling you about before.
Remember I did the little
That
form of
monkey
the
style, some of those guys are they're hell on wheels in the ground.
Nick. Nick.
He's throwing a kick. I'm watching him.
No,
kick
no.
on him. Oh, now he's showing me a monkey form. Holy shit! Nice.
Isn't the back one?
Oh, really?
I just
There,
enjoy.
well, there's a lot of monkey technique in praying mantis.
I just enjoy.
Oh, so anyway, so what I was saying with the aspects of the hand, it correlates to relaxation and you're whipping your whole body weight into that. So you're talking about conditioning your hand and then putting a tool set behind that, which is the exact opposite approach of 90% of martial arts out there. That hand conditioning stuff, that iron body stuff, that's a completely different thing altogether. Jake is a joke. Yes, he is. That dude is a fraudulent piece of shit, and he's a plagiarist. He's an out-and-out liar and a conniving con artist.
Mm-hmm. But Jake Mace has views by subscribers.
Yeah.
Jake Mace. He doesn't have the skill. He wins power after a few kicks to the air. Jake Mace. He's just what I was telling him. He's a skinny, and skinny people, since they have a lower body fat, they do some abs and they get the six pack. But when you look at Jake Mace,
Jake declares there is monkey and mantis, and they have beaks. They're actually the 17th style.
hi Sean.
The praying mantis is a mixed martial art. It's incorporating 18 different styles of traditional Chinese Chuen Fa from 18 known elders or masters at the temple at the time of its inception. The 17th style, I'm sorry, the 18th style is monkey footwork. And there's quite a bit of it in praying mantis.
There is in Bagua, but it's very small. It's just for you to understand how to play with your opponent. Like,
Hey, what's up, Sean? What's going on, man?
in Bagua, you saw the form I did right there.
And fuck, you know, if you really want to know the truth, there's quite a bit of monkey kung fu in jiu-jitsu too. All those single leg takedowns, those are monkey steps, guys.
It's
They're-
just an interpretation.
You know, like if you guys have ever wrestled or done any catch, they have this position. It's called mission control, where somebody's behind you and you're trying to step out of that. That's monkey kung fu. And if Jake was taught by the Pink Ranger on top of Wudang Mountain, what did she teach him?
No, Renee, it's real. Like, of course, it is just real, but here. But let's say I'm here with Nick.
Dad, you're not gonna headbutt me, right?
No, no.
Drunken fist, yes.
No. I'm just gonna put you an example of how Bagua uses monkey, because he said that.
But
he
the
only
problem
takes
is,
a movie.
it's not like the form. It's gonna look like kickboxing or anything else. It's
Well, depends.
to the untrained eye.
Depends. Watch this, for instance. I may want to headbutt you with
This guy wants to meet up. He wants to train.
Who?
This guy, Matt.
Okay, tell him, give him your information. So what I wanted to tell you about monkey is that in the back what I learned, they told me that monkey is for the escapes, for the difficult situations, for the playful
Yeah.
situations. Like right here, he said, okay, don't headbutt me. So if most likely he's gonna try to headbutt me, he's gonna do a defense, right? Think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I would do with monkey, may slap the face from up down. You see what I mean? Pull the hair. Maybe he try to pull your ear. That's from the monkey in the bagua. You're just trying to put an example
There's
how it can
monkey
be
forms
used.
in mantis. There's white ape fist. There's long arm monkey. There's drunken mantis. There's all that shit. Praying mantis is a mixed martial art. You know what? So is Wing Chun. All that shit. It's all mixed martial art, guys.
Mhm.
They organized that shit like during the Cultural Revolution. Before there were very few actual kung fu forms or Dao Lu. The original praying mantis had maybe like 3 or 4 of them.
Hey, brother.
All the weapons, all that flimsy shit. You gotta remember, the original kung fu, some asshole probably had a baseball bat with some nails in it, and that's your modern wolf tooth club. You know, they didn't have equality, so that's why they highly developed barehanded fighting systems with their mixed martial arts is because they didn't have the quality.
Kung Fu is MMA. It is.
It's all MMA. It's all Mantis. It's all the same shit.
Sarge is one of my friends.
Yeah.
You don't need them, but at the same time, it's like shadow boxing. So
The original was circular and for the army. I disagree with that. I think the original Kung Fu was meant to kill people straight up. I think it was pure combat.
I think they were, for what I heard in Cuba, they were killers, man. Before they joined like the Shaolin.
Kung Fu killers, yeah.
Like before they joined the Shaolin Temple.
And jumps to unsee horsemen. Hey, how about killing an animal? How about that? How about destroying another village and taking their women? How about that?
Taking
their food.
We were today in American Top Team and putting it to spar with people from the UFC and other pro leagues that we have here.
Exactly, it's Warcraft, and that's what these people, they just don't seem to understand. I'm not gonna just willy nilly put a whole bunch of shit up on the internet and teach everybody that happens to show up on Sunday, for a Sunday service. You gotta be somebody. You have to show your character. Like even these guys at this ATA, you think they let just anybody come in off the street and
we
train
have to
there?
talk about that too.
You gotta. They were serious. Yeah. Well, I'd say there are still some really serious people out there.
But it's minority. Maybe 10, 15 people in the whole USA.
Lao Boon. I don't know what lineage he's from. I'm not familiar with it.
He says that he killed 4 cops. Let's talk about American Top Team. Tell him what I had to do when I took you in the school.
Yeah, when you first get there, they're like, you know what? I had an idea to make a fucking Double Dragon movie with that guy Daniel Cooksey, the other redhead guy from Terminator 2. But the thing is one of us has to die in that film.
And you don't want to be the one dying.
No, I'm gonna be the one to die because he's the star. But and getting like some kind of a badass like cherry red Camaro, like the one they had in Cobra Kai, or like a red Corvette. Like from the video game, where they got to go rescue the chick. Like the original Double Dragon.
I remember.
But like make it like brutally ultra violent. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So let's talk about the American Top Team experience when you got.
Is that Monk doing 2-finger push-up? I've seen people do 1-finger push-ups, guys, in a handstand position. I knew this Vietnamese guy. This guy's Kung Fu was lethal. He could poke a hole through your body. And I've talked about him before. No, he was actually half Vietnamese and half Irish, this guy. This guy Kwok. His teeth were all fucked up because he smoked cigarettes all the time. You can't judge a book by its cover, guys. You don't know who had time on their hands to
It was too fast. I couldn't read.
This guy was talking. He said that the monks were training in Kung Fu to defend the temple. I think that the reality is these martial arts go back thousands of years, and it's just now that they're being documented because they started compiling forms. But that's not how you train it, guys. It's, I train my Kung Fu just like a boxer or any other fighter. It's got to be alive and it has to evolve. So when somebody, like getting back to the whole Joe Rogan thing, when he's talking shit on these Kung Fu people and this, that, and the other, they're not really training Kung Fu. They're training Wushu. They're training a performance art.
Okay, forget about that. Just finish what you're saying because if not, you're gonna be.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's a marked difference between training for performance and demonstration as opposed to training for combat and self-protection. They're two different things. And then, law enforcement, that's something different entirely. There's many, many different facets of training that a person can benefit from. And, a lot of people, when they start out, they want to learn martial arts for self-protection or to get physically fit. But then, you get people, they want to compete, they want to do demonstrations, they want to get involved on a social level. And you know what? Hey, that's fine
That's
too.
fine.
As long as a person is legitimately training, I respect everybody. What? Yeah, there's more and more people out there that are training now, and again, there's more and more frauds out there that are taking advantage of that, and
They're
that's
taking your money,
they're
bro.
taking your money. They're offering you a pre-packaged gimmick. They're serving
And we're
up.
not gonna say the name. Hold on one second there. Today I had a video interview with a YouTuber. Let's not say the name because I can pull the dots.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Yes, you
and
know.
I forget what I see and what I hear very
Okay.
quickly, my friend.
We call the gym. I personally call the gym to find out about prices.
Okay.
They were very shady. You remember?
Yeah.
Very shady.
Yeah.
They call me back.
No, they don't want to give any information out over the phone. They don't give out pricing or any information.
And this is a
They want to
school
get you in there.
that before
and sell
was
you.
Jeet Kune Do. When Jeet Kune Do was no longer popular, then they switched to MMA.
Right. The flavor of the month club.
Exactly. So cuidado con la
Cuidado,
gente.
gente.
It means beware. It means beware. That's what
Right.
it means. Beware, cuidado.
Right.
So, and they were very shady, and that could happen in MMA, but it's mostly sad, man. Kung Fu does attract a lot of those, man.
I think you're asking for bone cancer if you continue to condition like that past a certain
We
point.
talk about that.
We talked about that yesterday. Legit people don't have a fear of sharing. Yeah, I agree. And as an instructor, when I teach somebody, I'm not necessarily teaching them a system or style. I am sharing of myself and my experience, which is why it attracts some weirdos. Fuck yeah, it's like going to a clown show in a circus.
I was telling him.
You get there, they're wearing all these different colored outfits and shit. None of them know how to fight.
Nowadays, I'm making good money with the Kung Fu, but I was telling Nick what I think he has to readjust with people, giving them the real thing, but he puts too much heart into the training. Sometimes you have to relax and let people do it. Because if no man, you need the money also for your school, for your people, for the equipment. He's been here Thursday, Friday,
And we've already
Saturday.
destroyed 2 sets of gloves, a set of
That's
shin
it.
pads. That's $100 worth of gear that we've already blown through in 3
You guys
days.
have no idea how much I really train, and
Yeah, this guy trains more than I do. He probably trains twice as much as I do.
and sometimes it's hard to keep up the videos. Sometimes I would like to have a lot of quality production, but I really do. You've been here with me. I don't.
Seminar monkeys. 15 minutes of knowledge. Well, really what it is you're going to what the Filipinos call a presentation.
Mhm.
They're like, oh, we're going to let you present. And they get up there and they show maybe like 4 or 5 hours. And then the next guy comes up and they give him like 30 minutes because they just don't like him, And they're trying to get the quote unquote wow factor, like, woo, like, oh wow, it's magical. Look, he's got this chi shit.
Tomorrow we're going fishing. Now that you're talking to the ocean,
Yeah.
tomorrow we're going fishing.
China is like 20 years behind. Well, you know what? I have a friend of mine that lives in China, and he's an American. He lives there 8 months out of the year. And what he told me is that the martial arts that's available, it's really not what you think, guys. Because when the commies came in there and they pushed them all the guys from Hong Kong and Taiwan came to Canada, Cuba, the United States. And they really started the shit over here.
Mhm.
And matter of factly, I really feel like you can get better training here in the United States than just about anywhere. But again, some of these different kinds of martial arts you guys are asking about, you gotta really know somebody.
I don't really know besides me and Ray in Cuba and Roberto Vargas Lee in Cuba who knows the whole Bagua, because right now here we have somebody who says that he teaches Bagua, and what he teaches it looks like a metallic version of Kung Fu, brother. It looks like a rubber
There's some
cup.
really good kung fu in Canada. There's a lot of champions out
Look
there.
at Chinatown in Cuba, how huge it is.
Oh shit.
Hold on. This is just one of the streets in Cuba. That's Cuba. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Let me show you a video. I'm gonna show you guys a video of Kung Fu in Cuba, and I want your reaction, guys, to see if it looks something like here, like what you see here in majority of the schools in USA.
I've been to Philadelphia's Chinatown. I've been to the Chinatown up in New York. There's a couple of really serious kung fu guys in Philadelphia. There's this one guy, he trained in Wu-Dang for years.
Okay, let me show you guys. This is after. This is after they agree to share the knowledge with the people. Watch it, guys, including Unique. Hold on. This is after the government asked them in Cuba to please share the knowledge. Because Fidel was paranoid, he said that we were going to be invaded by the Americans anytime soon. And he forced them to start teaching. So, look. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry, it's a presentation.
These guys are having side conversation.
Yeah, look. Hold on, guys. This is a lion dance.
Look at the footwork.
You can see those are Chinese that went to Cuba before, like the 40s, the 50s, before all the when all them started in China. Look those, look the styles. Again, that's a form, but I could show you also people training in Cuba. But I want you to see the motion, the speed and power that these people put in the middle of a street. That's the middle of the day.
Xing is a good style.
It's a Cuban
what
guy.
I like about the Xing is the total body linkage.
Yeah.
This guy's doing some hungar. That looks like an iron thread set of some kind. I've seen it done. There's actually a Southern Shaolin variety that I was learning. That's more or less for body conditioning.
Thing is done. Hold on.
Yeah, there's definitely a wealth of kung fu out there. There's probably easily over 100,000
look, this guy.
styles.
This guy was in charge of the Bagua in Cuba for some time. Look the way he moves. Jose, I know him in person.
Oh Jesus. This guy's very good. That guy's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Chuli foot.
Yeah, there's no time for games. There's no time for games. Anyway, I think we should cut so we could go to rest. We have to wake up tomorrow 5 a.m. so we could go fishing.
Do you have any closing? You want to close this out?
I don't know what to say.
Parkour.
Pacua International. No, I have to tell him.
I don't know anything about Bagua.
No. This is funny story that he told me, and I was skeptic. There is these schools around the world that they say they show Pacua, and it's an Argentinian guy who went to a mountain somewhere, and he said that he received instruction from a Chinese to escape China, the government, and he showed him Pacua. So he has people dressed like in a taekwondo gi, and they have katanas, and they work with katanas. Nothing of the traditional weapons, and it's like half kilo. It's in reality.
Oh,
half
I know
kilo.
the guy. I know the guy you're talking about now. I've seen that. That guy's a fucking fraud. He needs to get
Straight-
punched. He needs to get punched right in the fucking throat.
Straight up. Well,
And I'll say this: I've come across some Bagua people that have. When I used to have my school, they used to come by, do their little thing there, and maybe they even learned in China for like years. But they don't know the first thing about throwing a proper jab, and it's like you got to really question, like, are they learning a performance art?
It's
You
too
know,
easy to get self-deluded with the forms, man.
Grandmaster Lacey. Who's
Yeah.
that? Oh, now the Bok Fu Pai guy, the White Tiger guy. Yeah, he was legit.
Yeah, the Bagua International is a scam.
His coconut skills, yeah, it's legit, guys. I've trained in Coconut Alley technique. He's legit.
Matthew Cuba, you have two options. Either you fly down to Miami, get a hotel, you can pay me for a session. And
He
we
can
train.
melt plastic with his mind.
Jake Mays. Jake Mays.
Thoughts on Wing Chun again?
We really talk about that.
You know, but what kind of Wing Chun are you talking about? Are you talking about authentic Wing Chun? Or are you talking about the shit where they have you doing this? You know, and all the different forms and everything.
You know that I heard that was.
There's a real Wing Chun out there, which is a mixed martial art.
Hey, wait. Hold on 1 second. You know that I heard that the Wing Chun that you're talking about, like
Yeah.
the Ip Man lineage,
Right.
it wasn't actually the Ip Man lineage. It was, what was the name of the guy? Team, I think the Chinese guy Team. It was a scam, man, to sell to the foreign, to the people that go to Hong Kong.
This guy had a UFC question. Can you restate the question?
I did answer your UFC question, but I will say it again. Next week, I will have a UFC fighter on the channel. He's gonna explain you what is the process to get into the UFC. If the question you're asking is if I will get into a UFC, that's fine. I would love to under certain conditions. I will have to get enough money to pay my house, to pay my car, and to pay for my child. I cannot be playing right now. The model to enter into the UFC is you have to go to these MMA leagues who are really small, and you have to fight. You have to do something fantastic, like what I did today, the Jedi move, something crazy.
Yeah, the Jedi turn kick.
So that somebody pays attention to you, and with that, a promoter may follow your career, and after you have like 5-7 fights, they call you to the UFC.
See, the thing about these Korean people, guys, is they want to rewrite history, and you know they think that the Korean man is the superior man on earth.
Correct. Oh, okay. I'm saying
Yeah.
this to Dana White. You want us on the UFC, that's fine, but pay me. So I don't have time to stop working. How will I pay my house, the mortgage, the car that I drive? I can't.
Trainer fees,
The
equipment
trainer fees, the equipment.
lodging fees, travel fees, medical bills, chiropractic bills, acupuncture, cryotherapy.
It's-
The list goes on. I don't have money for that shit, and I don't have anybody to Yeah, that's true. You know, there's good and bad everywhere. You know, I studied Taekwondo with Grandmaster Inho Kim. Very, very good Taekwondo, but you know, he couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Let's keep it real.
Also, I have to be honest. I have a weight problem. Nick has watched it.
I have a weight problem too.
Yeah, but yours is not the same as mine. No, talking seriously, because sometimes people see me with a belly when I am not training for a fight,
Yeah.
and they think I'm eating the whole day. Tell them how much I train and how
This
what
guy,
I eat.
this guy trains probably twice as much as I train, guys. I train maybe like 4 or 5 days a week. This guy trains 2 to 3 times a day.
And I don't lose weight. I gain weight. And the food. Tell them what I eat. I don't really eat much.
He eats like
I don't drink alcohol.
sparing carbs, maybe a small coffee, very very small, like literally like half a shot glass full of coffee,
And I gain weight.
water, and maybe like 1 Gatorade a day.
Yeah.
Um,
I try to avoid rice, bread.
he doesn't eat carbs, guys. He doesn't eat
And yet
fats.
I gain weight even though training a lot.
You have to eat more. Yeah, I think he should be eating like.
I try it.
I
And when
said the
eat,
same thing earlier. He should be
but
eating more.
I try and I gain even more weight. It's fucked up. It's just I have some sugar issues. I don't know, man. I don't know. The problem is if somebody's gonna. I'm tall, but I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'9". People with my dimensions are usually like 150, and I'm right now 212 pounds.
I'll say this right now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like 185 right now. I would like to be up around 205 and then cut down to a lean 175, something like that. You know, I just feel like I look better, I feel better, I'm faster, I hit harder when I have more muscle mass.
Eddie, Richie was talking about Eddie. Let me tell you about Eddie.
Who's Eddie?
Eddie Negrino. He said the Jake
Was
Mace
that
guy.
that was Jake Mace, right?
Well, it was a Jake Mace friend who was released out of some place, and he was with Jake Mace, so he felt that I was a bully to Jake Mace or whatever.
We
He said that-
never bullied Jake Mace. We're simply trying to show that he's a fraud, he's a liar, a con. That's fact. It's legal fact, guys. It's in black and white. It's a legal fact.
He met me. He had my phone number. He met Javier. He went to my last fight.
I don't eat breakfast, guys.
And no, but to finish the idea about Eddie Negrino,
Mhm.
I want to say that he met me in
What do you mean
person.
No, there's no borderline there. That dude is a criminal piece of shit. He's pathologically insane. Okay, that dude is a fucking criminal.
Jake Mace is
He's criminally insane, guys. He's probably got BPDs. He's got some, and incidentally, it affects 80% of people affects is women. But that guy's got borderline personality disorder, straight up. Yeah, he does. And you know what? He better not ever come across me, guys, or I will give him his final fucking lesson. Mark my words. Straight up. I'll give him the fucking. I'll teach him the legend of the power of the Shuto.
That's a story that we have to make.
Yes,
any other
yes.
day.
He's a psycho stalker. Yeah, he was taking qigong techniques that
Oh,
were handed down to me from the Wu family.
I am not here. Hold on 1 second. Okay, why don't you do it? He tells me that I should send an email to Dana White with my channel. He will hire me. That's not the way it works at all. He says my email, he's gonna delete it. The only way is if you guys start telling him.
I like when he stole my qigong technique, and then he
Back in the
started bastardized it, started changing the names of it, changing the hand positions, reversing the breathing. Yeah, that punk motherfucker, he needs to get put in his place. And you know what? There's a few of you guys out there in YouTube land.
You know, if they put me with somebody as bad as CM Punk, I will put a crane technique in the middle of the fight in the UFC. If they put me in the UFC, just to fuck around, I will put like a crane pose, just to kid
Yeah, why
around.
not?
Mm-hmm.
Who's CM Punk? He was a wrestler guy that went to the UFC.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did a great job, actually. You know, the guy got in shape. He was training. He was moving.
Smiley, you motherfucker. You're evil. Tell Smiley's about talking about Bobo Morgan
Bobo.
at the age about Manolo, the coach, the other.
Oh, this one guy, and
Smiley
again, we
pay
talked about
attention.
him earlier. This guy was in his mid to late 60s, and let me tell you something. I wouldn't want to fight that guy.
He could
Straight
do a
up.
split.
That guy would probably knock me the fuck out, guys. In like
Good
10
technique
seconds.
with the
I know what
hands.
I'm doing. With age comes experience and additional knowledge.
But you have to keep doing your thing.
Well,
Even
that's
at
the
a
thing about
slower
martial
pace.
arts.
I was telling Bobo Morgan,
Cobra Kai never dies.
sweep the leg, Johnny.
Right, put that motherfucker in a body bag.
I always tell Bobo Morgan, if you are so good, where are your students, man?
And you know what? And listen, this guy Bobo, he started name dropping. And you know what? Some of those people I've actually trained with. And the timelines don't coincide. The man is a
Dude.
fucking lying sack of shit, guys.
Mm-hmm.
The martial arts community, we're tight knit, we're close.
Very small.
You know, like his lineage and my lineage,
It
we're
goes
very,
back.
very, very close, guys. Very close. We're brothers.
I have something for you to show you. It's in my room. Let me go and get it. And I want you guys to see it.
Yeah,
And
you know
I want
what?
to tell you something about
So,
Cuba.
well, listen, when this guy Bobo first got on there, guys, he started, doing a whole bunch of mouthboxing, talking shit. And you know what? There were a few people on the Facebook that were doing that shit with me before, and I called them out on that. But the fact is, they don't want to fight, they don't want to glove up, so it's like, all right, well then shut the fuck up, guys. If you're not going to get out there and actually prove your fucking point, a box of donuts. Well, you know what? I'll say this. This guy Bob, he comes from a different era where it's non-contact karate, okay? Non-contact, and yeah, gotta love them. Yeah, there's a bunch of them out there on that fuckbook shit, and they haven't modernized, guys. When are we doing this again? We're gonna do this again real soon.
Maybe tomorrow.
Real soon, guys. Well, I think as far as me coming out here, you come, meeting up and training for a week or whatever, we're going to do this real soon. I plan on coming out here and competing in the next competition, doing some kickboxing. I feel great here, guys.
Do
I
you
feel
guys
great.
do you guys know what is this? I want to talk about.
It's a caltrop.
Yeah, I want to talk about this
That's for like, there's a few good guys.
on YouTube.
No touch fighting.
Santi, could you come again? Ninja Spikes. I want to talk about this.
Caltrops.
What I hear in
It's a
Cuba.
caltrop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I hear in Cuba. I saw this happen.
Let me see that. Can I see this?
Yeah.
Made in China.
Yeah, I need it for a video because I want to show.
Greg Park. That's a ninja tool.
Wait,
That's a fucking ninja tool.
I want to tell you
What's
what.
it for?
I want to tell you what they did in Cuba with that. Okay, they will get a hose.
Like a whole handful of them?
No, a hose, like a garden hose. Am I saying it correct?
Antifa's best friend? Who's
Ninja
that?
Spike, that they Antifas. He said that Antifas using.
Oh, really?
People selling them, but I want to tell you how they were using.
They tried coming around Trenton. We weren't having that shit. You gotta get the fuck out of here.
They would get a garden hose in Cuba, and they would pass.
Oh, okay.
Like how do you call what do you put in the wall? I'm forgetting the word.
A nail?
A nail. They would pass like 100 nails in a garden hose, and they would throw it in the inner states from one side to the other. So when the car would pass by, it would blow the tires. So they would get off and steal your shit.
It's like a Chinese game of jacks. I used to hate that game. We played that game a lot because at one point we were poor.
Do you think these ones can go through like the car tire?
Absolutely.
They can. Okay.
Absolutely. That'll go right through a car tire, guys.
Well,
I plugged some dry holes recently. I know what I'm talking about. That'll go right through a fucking car tire.
the ones from Cuba, they use it with nails, man, full nails.
You know, and the sad part of this is this guy Jake, he's actually traveling all throughout Europe on money that he basically bamboozled people out of, with this YouTube shit and these different online teachings he does. And, he's with a strange woman, traveling around that he probably barely knows. The guy had marital problems before. This is a pathological individual here, guys. This is not a normal individual.
Well,
His girlfriend's gardening group, and you got to question who she is too, that she would get involved with a guy like that. Again, these are non narcissistic. Yeah, I would say that.
what the hell, man? Look who's liking my videos now, Ronda Rousey.
Well, at this
This is
point, it's
funny.
beyond sparring. If there's no friendly exchange at this point. If I meet up with that guy, I'm gonna fucking hurt him straight up. Yeah, he's a joke, and we need to we need to get on there, guys, as a team, and we need to comment negatively every single time he uploads a video, and just let the world know who this guy really is until he just goes away.
You know what
And
happened?
just becomes a baggage handler again.
Yeah.
Because that's what he is. He's a fucking baggage handler. This guy's walking around with so much baggage in his life.
Bro, okay, that's
And
fine. We're gonna
so-
go to.
There's so many people like that.
I want to say something
Money.
that
That's true.
I have a theory. When I challenged Jake Mace to the fight, that I told him that we could gather $20,000. No, yeah, not only that. 6 months later, KSI and Logan Paul made this fixed fight, and they fought not long ago. Logan Paul and KSI. I think they took the idea from me, from the challenge to Jake Mace. The Logan Paul and KSI.
Yeah.
It's weird. I didn't saw nobody in YouTube channel.
Well, we know that the algorithm and the analytics are off. We know that for a fact. I know, guys, that I have probably close to 40,000 people that tune in on the regular to my YouTube, my Facebook, different shit like that. 40 at one point. At one point when I was heavily involved in the FMA, it was like in one weekend we had like 40,000 views between the magazine, the different videos, Patreon. I've got mixed feelings about that, guys. I'm not sure about that yet.
You're not making any money on Patreon.
The fight was rigged.
Well, yeah, the fight was rigged. KSI no play.
Really?
Yeah.
I think they both sucked.
Yeah, but either if they both saw or somebody had to win. A
Yeah, that's
draw.
true.
When do you see a draw?
So who are these two guys? Chris, I'm from Trenton. I'm originally from a small Irish town called Ardmore outside of Philly. Jake Master Wong, the British guy who just happens to be Chinese with a fake Chinese accent. You know, give me.
He wants me to collaborate with
You know.
Sifu Freddy Lee. Man, why does he come? He needs to come here to Miami, bro. He needs to
He
come.
won't do it. He is funny. I saw the one video where the girl threw a chopstick up his ass. That was hilarious. He was like trying to get away with a chopstick up his ass.
Mm-hmm.
He speaks decent Cantonese and Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Yeah. Anyway, let us cut. We need to sleep.
He dialed down on the swearing.
Yeah, I guess so. I wonder who told him that.
The scratch with his
So
leg
that's the
press.
one. I wonder who told him to stop swearing. You remember what I'm talking
No, I'm not saying he's not legit. I'm saying if you look at his videos where he's got somebody putting him in a headlock or swinging on him, look, and I've said this before, guys, on a procedural level, when somebody puts you in a dangerous hold like a chokehold, a headlock, a bear hug, there are imperative actions that you must make within seconds, or you risk getting the living shit beat out of you. And you know, I'm sorry, but a hammer fist to the groin is not. That's not a viable escape, guys. You know, and the sad fact is they're pushing that shit for women's self-protection.
Hin Xiao what, my lady?
It is suspect. It is. He's suspect. I like some of the punching he does with the Jeet Kune Do and the Wing Chun. I like some of the Tai Chi stuff he does. I think it's awesome. I really do. But when he says, oh, I'm going to stop a boxer and I'm going to do this, no, you're not. No, the fuck you're not. This little tonsil shit he's doing, you got to remember, these boxers, they train. You know, somebody with 300-pound plus bench press throwing a hook at you, a la Mike Tyson, you're not stopping that. Yeah, it seems legit.
Blaha. Brother, you were talking about Freddy Lee. I don't know. I never seen Freddy Lee fight. I'm not gonna talk about his...
I saw him slap some people. I saw him punch an untrained guy in the ribs and the kidneys. You know, and made a really nice sound too. It was like, you know, I watched it again and again. I'm not gonna lie, just to hear the sound. But
I don't know, man. Why Freddy doesn't go into any competition?
Shane Faison. Somebody's asking about Shane Faison. Freddie White. Yeah, you know.
I have Freddy Lee's phone number. I can talk to him. And he told me it's okay for me to go to Chicago and spar with him. I don't have the money right now to do it. If somebody wants to donate, I don't know, $500, I will go with no problem. But I don't want to put
No,
money
you're
in
not
my
going. No,
pocket.
I won't let Sergio. I won't let you go to Chicago.
Why?
It's a fucking shithole. I just went to Chicago like 2 months back, guys. What a fucking shithole. I will never go back there again. There is nothing but concrete everywhere. The grass is dying. There's no trees. There's no privacy. There's people everywhere. Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, I have no problem. I guess Freddy will find me too. He said
And his classes are fun. Well, look, I don't think he should be teaching kids. You know, let's just put that out there.
if I fight Freddy, do you think Freddy will win?
I think if you fought Freddy, you would destroy that guy in like 10 seconds. Like straight up.
You think he's that bad?
Shane says wear a mouthpiece in a street fight. Yeah, I would agree with that. Maybe
Yeah.
even a roll up piece of toilet paper would work. A receipt, even a dollar bill. I've done it. He won't fight crazy people. Yeah, I heard he keeps his door locked and he walks around with a pistol down there.
Wow.
I think in a street fight, what I would like to do is, get the jump on somebody and hit him with a set of brassies. That's what I would do. Everybody's always thinking with this defensive mindset, learn to think like a predator, learn to think like a criminal. You're not going to be ready for it. I've been in a lot of fights, guys. I've gotten the living shit beaten out of me. I've been in that situation where somebody pulled a knife or a gun on me, and you know what they do? They beat the shit out of you first. There's probably 2 or 3 of them. You're not ready for it. No martial arts in the world is going to prepare you for that. And, if you go somewhere and they tell you that they're going to prepare you for that, they are lying. They're full of shit.
About Shane Faison, I want to say something. I don't really have nothing to say about him other than his videos have high production value. His multi-fight doesn't look to me like a high-value fight.
Who's this?
Shane
Faison?
Yeah, I think he's hype. And when I went to Los Angeles to stay with Ghana, I emailed Shane Faison because people told me before that I was a bully to get my supposed video. So I emailed Shane. I sent him, I think I still have it. I sent him a message in Facebook and one in Instagram. He read it, and the day I arrived to Los Angeles, he took a plane out of Los Angeles.
Oh, and I want to comment on this guy Bobo again. He was questioning my abilities, questioning my guy here. Listen, when there's adrenaline and there's fear and you get a rapid adrenal response in your body, human being is capable of some pretty amazing things, guys.
Look, this is what I have to say about Shane.
Especially when it comes to fighting, protecting yourself.
I'm gonna read everything.
I don't think they can see
Okay,
that. It's like,
I told him, Shane, here's my number. I would like to meet you in person, perhaps collaborate with video with you and make some business. Hold on. Before I told him I'm a big fan of your channel because people say I'm rude and unpolite. Is there any way for us to collaborate in a video? I have sent you some message. I'm going to Los Angeles in 2 days. I would like to meet you, perhaps have lunch. He read all the messages, each one of them. He doesn't reply. He took a plane out of Los Angeles that day. So that's what I have to say about him. What does that tell you?
it's hard to say, man. It really is. The guy's got a busy schedule, making his fucking YouTube bullshit videos. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but don't you think he's kind of fishy?
I think comparing you to him is apples and oranges. Over these last 4 days, I have seen you do some really incredibly awesome shit.
Thank you. Same with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
We shared, man. Today you went toe to toe with a lot of professionals, bro.
Yeah, it was good.
And you don't inspire that much in your town because you don't have people. So
now think about this though, guys. There is 2 or 3 Bobo Morgans in every town in America. They're popping up on every street corner. They're teaching people in public parks. They are taking people's money.
Santi.
Yeah, he was a name dropper, this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the people that he name dropped, I either know directly or indirectly.
I'm gonna show it. Hold on.
Well, I saw Sergio do this vertical jump, turn on his side today, and then kick this guy in the face. I saw it like.
They won the black belts, 4 degree or 3 degree.
I'll tell you what, experience the martial arts. You gotta live the martial arts. If you don't love martial arts, forget about it.
Bobo Morgan doesn't know what he's talking about, Kempo. This is my black belt.
Matt Pasqualini, yeah, he's a bitch. He's a little bitch motherfucker. He's a Bobo Morgan. And then the sad fact is he's teaching kids and he's copying people that are like Jake Mace. It's really sad.
Watch this out.
I used to go around and confront these people.
Bobo Morgan, watch this out. Yellow belt. Be careful. Yeah. Orange.
These are all legit. He's got like 10 more of these things over there on the wall, by the way, guys, and like 10 other styles.
Purple. Blue. Green.
These are all signed with multiple signatures.
What the hell is this, man? I don't know that color.
Let me see that.
I don't know.
Brown, like
brown.
Color Cafe.
I don't know how to say it in English. Red. Red and black.
That's a Pooms belt.
And the black. And I'm a second degree. After the black belt, they don't give you more diplomas.
I got up to this one, guys. Okay.
Trust
in the Kempo.
When I say that Bobo Morgan doesn't know Kempo,
Yeah, it's okay.
Trust me. When I say that Bobo Morgan is not a black belt in Kempo, trust me, he's not.
No.
He doesn't know. Plus, I have checked already. I'm part of the certificate. I'm part of the Kempo community.
There's a difference, guys. There is a difference between Kempo and Kempo. They are two different things. One is a Chinese fighting art that is known as Chun Fa. It's Kung Fu, guys. The other one, that is some kind of marketing scheme that some guy out there made up. And listen, I'm sorry that happened to these people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know who that guy is, brother. I don't know.
No, me neither, Frank.
I mostly know like just very few people anymore, and that's another thing. I've completely disassociated from organized martial arts, guys. Just simply because everybody has an agenda, or I don't know him. I don't know the guy. The bow staff twirling. Yeah, you know what, dude?
We should go and
it's one of these things where it's like he's trying to get more subscribers and piggyback off of Jake Mason. It's like you got a fraud copying off another fraud.
Who, Matt?
Yeah, Matt. With this put up or shut up guy. You know.
The one I told him, I have the certificates, I have the training, I have the sparring, I have the fight. How it's gonna?
Oh, there's a definite difference. There's a definite difference. Chun Fa is a Chinese fighting system. Yeah, the put up or shut up guy.
The put up or shut up.
Only we didn't really see him do anything relevant.
He told me he was going to show me how to get subscribers, but he got like 300 subscribers.
He's a McDojo. What was that one movie, The King of the Demo? That movie was awesome. Shorinji Kempo? Yeah, that's Shaolin style. Shorin, Shaolin. That's Shaolin Kung Fu, guys. That was brought there from Shaolin monks, from emissaries.
The his students are...
Yeah, you know what? Guys, look, I've taught kids before, and at this point, I'm 39 years old. I'm only interested in teaching people that are serious, that are over the age of 21, that have a job.
Brother, we really have to go because we have to sleep. Tomorrow we have to wake up 5 a.m.
Yeah.
To go fishing.
You guys have any final word? Any final question?
I don't know what else
then
to
we're
say.
going to just call this.
I don't know what else.
Final question, guys, and then we're going to go. We'll take one final question.
They're having a conversation between them.
We'll take one final question, guys.
One final question. What's the questions? Yeah, this is probably change. I put the Patreon because I said, okay, I have 25,000 subscribers.
Right.
If everybody supports me with $1, just $1,
$1.
I will have enough money to go to Nick.
You can't even buy a candy bar with $1.
No, man. And then I would go, I don't know, to train with Sifu Fran. I could go and train with Smiley. I could go, what's that?
What's your critique of Muay Thai?
I
fucking love it.
I have a video on
It
that.
blends so well with Kung Fu and Filipino martial arts at JKD. It's purely destructive. I fucking love it.
Oh, that was a final question.
That's it.
That's it. Well, we have to put a critique. The only downside of Muay Thai is that it's a sport. So you don't train with weapons.
Baji, yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
And you don't train in the floor.
Good luck finding a Baji instructor or Piguan. That stuff is so
Yeah.
rare, guys. So again, some of these Chinese fighting arts are so rare. This guy just donated to you.
I don't know what I don't know what is that.
It's like 1,300. I don't know something.
I don't know. I don't know. Thank you. But really, what I'm trying to say, I'm not gonna live off YouTube, of course, unless I get like $1 million or so. But I'm not gonna live off YouTube. If I get money, I would only use it to buy equipment, and then I could go.
Yeah, especially Wing Chun, and we talked about that today. Muay Thai blends so seamlessly with the Wing Chun that's actually available.
Mhm.
Yeah, most Wing Chun schools are shit.
Mhm.
I absolutely agree with that. Absolutely, it is a scam. They want to give you
Thank you, brother.
a false sense of, invulnerability, of invincibility, and then you got these guys who are trying to translate Wing Chun techniques to the ground. It doesn't work like that. They're two different things. Again, apples to oranges. But yeah, if you learn some Wing Chun, some catch wrestling or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you blend that with Muay Thai, you then are very, very well rounded. They are. They're way too commercialized. Way too commercialized. This is a personal journey, guys. It's when I teach somebody, it's one-on-one. A good instructor, yeah, it is absolutely. But yeah, again, Muay Thai blends very well with the Wing Chun.
Rene. Yeah, no, Rene. I don't need the money like here. I need you to join Patreon. So and not only you, I will need like I don't know. I think 2,000 people will be okay in total. So like $1, $2,000.
Yeah.
So it'll be enough like at least 1 or 2 weekends of the month. I could go to different places.
Sean, I agree.
What did he say, Sean? What did he say?
He said that most martial arts are just a small part of Kung Fu. I agree. Wing Chun also blends well with BJJ. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu blends well with any martial art out there. I disagree with the passive and defensive mentality of the way they pull guard like that. I like the catch wrestling. I think it's superior. I am completely sold on that. Completely. Sergio requires slumber. Yeah, we're gonna call it, guys.
Yeah, man, I'm dying.
Enter Shaolin.com, Sifu Funu. I'm gonna review all these comments later, guys, when I get the trend and I have a day off, maybe next Saturday, and then there's a couple of you guys that put phone numbers up there, and I'm gonna call you guys. We can talk further.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That if you join Patreon for just $1, you're gonna get different content because they're talking about that, so they know. And that's it.
No, I would never teach Jake Mace.
I will offer
Never.
him to teach for a month
Never.
for free, and he
That
turned it down.
motherfucker should be working at a Dairy Queen sucking cock, not teaching martial arts for $1 a month. Phone number. Yeah, we're gonna get a hold of you guys later.
I don't care. My phone number is 786-314-4228. But you can contact me in the comment section usually, and look for me.
All right, my phone number is 609-743-9490. Don't call me unless you're serious. Don't call me to bullshit me and pick my brain, guys. I don't have time for that shit. If you want to train, give me a call. If you have a serious question and you actually train, yeah, give me a call.
I have one group. I will share. Yeah, that's the problem. Jake Mace wants to be a master. He wants to call himself a master. And thank you, brother.
Hey,
Thank you,
thanks,
brother.
man. Thanks.
He wants to be a master. He doesn't have the humility to
Right,
learn.
right.
Like I want to say something about Nick. I
Hey,
don't
look,
know.
I'm just so glad that these people joined in tonight, and it's as if you guys are right here with us, and thank God we have this kind of technology. Praise the Lord. Secret Kung Fu. There are no secrets. There's only stuff that is either taught or not taught. Some things are not shared openly. Some things are passed down generationally.
Some things some type of a skill that takes some time to learn. It's like trying.
To say again, I'm blown away by the technology. I remember we had an old-fashioned Bell telephone in the house,
Mm-hmm.
and all this technology. It's still
Oh,
relatively new to me. It is, and I think it's fantastic.
See, for Frank, I want to put you an example. You get a new student and you tell them to throw a side kick to the head, they won't be able to. So some things take time. That's why they may refer a secret. Like things that take time.
Secret was to have a cup of tea at least once a day.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Jim Peckwar. That's Bach May. Bach May is good.
Mhm.
Bach
Yeah,
May
so
is
for
real
Frank-
good. But again, it's one of those things, and I found this out a lot recently. There are a lot of people
Brother.
that are claiming to teach that shit.
Brother, we have to go. We
All
won't
right.
be able to fish tomorrow because we're going fishing tomorrow. Okay, guys. Thank you for everything. Take care. Love you guys. Thank you, Nick. Maybe we should do. Okay, are you guys okay for tomorrow, 8 p.m. Miami time? Check on your
And
phones.
we'll do one final talk. Yeah.
8 p.m. tomorrow, Miami
Catch
time.
a big one. Yeah.
Yeah, we hope so. Everybody connect tomorrow, 8 p.m. Miami time. Put on Google and we all can talk. Yeah, buenas noches. Good night.
Buenas noches.
Okay.
Hasta
Bye.
mañana.
Javi, estamos conectados aquí hablando de las 10 de la noche. We've been talking since 10 p.m.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
up to
yeah,
Javi. We say about everything. No, we're not gonna go on a boat. Actually, tell them what happened to the boat.
The boat, the camshaft inside there, it's got to get rescored, and
And clean.
the cylinder heads they need to get cleaned out and rescored.
Mhm.
Otherwise, the oil's just not gonna. It's not gonna. The viscosity of the oil is just gonna.
Mhm.
You'll burn it right out.
For
So
sure.
we took it to this guy to fix it, and
So-
that was an interesting story too.
Yeah, no fishing from the. We're gonna fish from the shoreline. So anyway, guys, goodbye. Take care. Love you. And tomorrow, 8 p.m. Okay? Or I beat you up. Okay. Bye.